Welcome back, Magic Family. This is our fourth session of Priestess Talks, and thank you for joining me, as always. I hope you guys are having an amazing day. If you did not catch this morning's Ask Your Favorite Scorpio, go check that out because I premiered two brand new decks on there. The Divine Doors mini deck and the Starseeds mini deck. They're both pretty cool, so make sure you go check that out. Also, I made a pretty big announcement about the fact that we are going to be making a 3,200 mile move from northwestern Washington State down to New Orleans, Louisiana around the 26th. Magic Ministries is getting a new home, finally. So thank you for all of your love and prayers and well wishes. It made all the difference in the world. So today we are talking about how we can, acknowledge our inner child a little bit more, because boy, has she been loud. Right now, a lot of things are coming up for us to kind of look at, and a lot of those things are coming up from our childhood, hence the whole inner child battle. When things happen when we're children, we don't know how to emotionally process them properly at the time, so they just kind of get buried in our psyche and create a belief inside of us. And part of this whole ascension process is us unpacking all of those old beliefs and looking at them and wondering, defining whether or not they work still or whether or not they don't work. This isn't a matter of good and bad. This is just a matter of what works with this moment of now and what doesn't. And right now, a wounded inner child is not exactly working, right? So we need to figure out what that inner child needs: a snack, a nap, probably all of the above, and get some order back into existence. Because those inner children are the ones that, feel unloved and unworthy, and that's where that blockage comes from. When we're children, we don't understand why our parents have to go to work and leave us, and why they can't be at our beck and call every moment for our own personal enjoyment, right? That's what they're there for, right? Or at least, that's what our inner child thinks they're there for. But as we grow up into adulthood and have children of our own, we realize how vampiric and emotionally draining that really is. I always crack a joke about how my children made me zombies when I was in my early 20s. But now that they're starting to grow up and leave home, I'm starting to get some of that energy back, and I'm actually getting younger. I know it's weird, but I'm getting ready to turn 40 this year, and I feel younger than I did when I was 20. Doesn't make much sense, does it? But in the grand scheme of things, I'm putting out a lot less energy trying to, make other people comfortable. And instead, I'm focusing that on myself. And then that's how I have more and more to give, right? And, it helps I'm not pouring from an empty cup anymore because I realized my own self-worth. But I've done that inner child work. But she still even comes out even for me. I still like to throw a temper tantrum every once in a while when my husband goes to work because he's just so cuddly and I just want to snuggle, and work sucks. But we have to, remind that inner child that, if we don't go to work, we don't have any food, and it's kind of hard to snuggle when you're living in a cardboard box, right? But that's the thing, so today we're going to pull some cards out from the Soul Truth deck. Right? Oh, I'm sending you lots of snuggles, Fox Mama. I'd snuggle with you if I could. Hopefully the sentiment will help a little bit, though. So we're going to pull some cards out of the Soul Truth questions. These are by Brianna Hovey. I'll show you the box in case you want to go find them on Amazon. They were not very expensive at all. I loved them. These are great if you want to just maybe ask yourself a question every day too. Just pull one card and, focus on what that card is. Love you too, babe. All right, so all right, let's get a couple cards out of here. We usually pull free, so I think we'll just, stick with that. Oh, here's one right here. Oh, this one kind of came out yesterday, I think, or maybe it was the day before. I don't remember, but am I consistently showing up? This is a good question for us to be answering for our inner child. Because, that inner child needs consistency or it starts getting all crazy, right? So here's what it says on the back of the card. Some trade their dreams for, and even when it feels uncomfortable, it takes guts and an endless vision to stay consistent to your dream. Today's first soul action is journal where you can be more consistent in your life in alignment with your soulful goals. And then show up. Hey, look at that. You already did that. You're here. Thank you for showing up. Good job, everyone. Number 1 mission accomplished. See how easy that was? We make everything so hard. All right, let's get another card. So, our next question says, what expectations do I have that are impossible to meet? Oh, and there you have it. See, our inner child is still sort of under the assumption that, well, it can have everything it wants just with a snap of its fingers, right? Well, that's what happens when we're part of the all. But see, we're born again into this world, and we have to remember, sometimes our expectations are what causes our life its biggest disappointments. So, the card says, the expectations we have are mostly delusional and impossible to meet. We then experience disappointment with ourselves or with a relationship when they're not met. It's time to dissolve your expectations and replace them with gratitude. So today's second soul action says, be grateful you are being summoned to more peace. Peace is home for our soul, and it's accompanied by trust. It comes when you surrender and focus only on what you can control. If you expect nothing and are grateful for everything, you will experience extreme fulfillment. And ultimately, an infinite sense of appreciation for who and what you are and what you're creating as well. Let's get our third question. Then I think I'm going to pull some Starseeds cards out for you guys. One more question for today, please. Ooh, there it is right here. Okay. Where can I create more space? So maybe the problem is we have not yet created space for it. So instead of filling yourself up with busy work and things to do, create more sacred space in your schedule, in your home, your mind, your lungs, and in your heart. And take time to just be. To continue into our third soul action, it says, do a clutter detox of your schedule, home, and innermost self. Make space, and clarity will come. Nice. So, our questions for today are, am I consistently showing up? What expectations do I have that are impossible to meet? And where can I create more space? while acknowledging the fact that, well, our inner child still has needs that need to be met. Let's get a couple of these starseed cards, and we'll get a couple of keywords for today and maybe an extra message for you guys. Let's pull 3. We'll get 1 for each card. There's 1, 2. Oh, wait. There's our 3 right here. Okay. So, the first one is this card. That's kind of cool. It looks like a portal, huh? And it says, advancement. A strong energy is propelling you forward. Follow the stirrings of your heart, my friends. I like that. And our second one is this. I like this. And this one says, magnificence. You are amazing, magnificent, and unique. But most importantly, remember, you are enough. Amen to that, my friends. Love that. And our last one for today is this one. Looks kind of like a portal too, huh? This one says, ascension. Your soul is evolving to higher states of consciousness. You are ready for this. I like it. I like it a lot. All right, let's close this out with a card from the Sacred Traveler Oracle as kind of a keyword for today. Plus, I just love the pictures. And this deck is by Denise Lynn. Ooh. And she gave us 3, so here we go. Oop. Might help if I pulled them up right. We get the Voyage of the Heart card. I like this one. It's so pretty. Discovering Truth. Kind of reminds me of the Fool card. And Joy and Delight. Oh, I like that. So the affirmations on the bottom says, love flows through you and to you. You stand in the light of truth and open your heart to joy. I like that. All right, let's read these guys out of the book. Okay, so Voyage of the Heart. Oop, and it's affirmation. See if I can get that centered right. Okay, there we go. And it says, you are beloved. You are deeply loved and profoundly lovable. Because you are a sacred vessel for love to flow through. The Creator is love, and in your essence, so are you. And in matters of romantic love, all is healing or is already healed on the inner planes. So trust the messages from your heart and follow them, even if they are at odds with your mind. Angels and guides are communicating with you, so listen to their soft whispers. The Sacred Traveler wishes you to know that joyous love flows through you and to you. You deserve love. There's nothing you need to do to receive this vibrant energy. Tenderness and devotion are finding their way to you. The traveler walks with a light heart on the path, knowing that she is surrounded with love. It's truly a day for rejoicing. Your capacity for receiving and giving love is expanding. Let your heart lead you forward. Your mission on earth is to deepen your ability to impart and accept love. And that is happening right now. Love it. Discovering Truth. reminds us that we stand in the light of truth, always, in all ways. The card meaning from Denise Lynn, however, says, listen to the wisdom that rises from your soul, even if those around you don't agree. Trust your instincts. Be yourself. And whatever the situation, and respond from that authentic place inside. Be starkly honest with yourself. Speak your truth. Live your truth. And walk your talk. Listen to your inner guidance and follow it. You radiate the energy of truth to others so that they can find their own truth. The sacred traveler wants to remind you, if you are facing a decision and your mind says one thing and your heart says another, follow the dictates of the heart and you'll be on the right path. If you get a nudge to speak to someone or go in a particular direction, don't hesitate. Follow this guidance. On your journey, others may indicate what path you should take and why. You can listen to their advice. However, if your heart indicates another way, follow that. There's a place inside of yourself that always knows the truth. So take time to be still, to discover that genuine place of knowing within. Often the hardest thing about living your truth is discovering what it is. So it's important to slow down, be quiet, and listen to the whispers of your soul. If there's an area of your life in which you're not being authentic or where you are not in integrity with your values, this is the time to make some changes. Because we are being heavily called to practice what we preach, fellow starseeds. So let's do this, huh? Our reminder is the card Joy and Delight. And it reminds us that we need to open our heart to the joy around us, right? And in that way, we become proper receivers. So, remember, Magic Family, you do not need to suffer to grow. You can grow leaps and bounds through joy. True happiness comes from following the dictates of your soul. So do what gives you joy. Celebrate. Have fun. Stop and embrace life, yourself, and others. Say yes. Take steps today to expand your joy. You don't need to do it all at once, but you do need to start. Your purpose in life is to experience joy. So allow joy and ecstasy to flow through you wildly and freely. Share your love. Happiness spreads to others like wildfire and can help heal the world. The sacred traveler wants you to know. The sacred traveler knows that it's not just about reaching the destination. It's about the joy of the journey. The traveler stops periodically to savor the simple pleasures of the voyage. So remember, if you don't follow your bliss now, when will you? If you've been waiting until circumstances are different before you experience true happiness, you may have a long, long wait. Because it's really simple. When you focus on the areas of your life that bring you joy, these areas prosper. And one of the fastest paths to happiness is through sharing and giving. So give of your heart and follow your bliss. Because joy is your spiritual birthright. And that's all we're here to experience. The joy of being who and what we are. And realizing that we can change the story at any time if it doesn't suit our current need from reality. You are creation, creating. And the universe wants to give you nothing but love. But she can only give you what you ask for. So what are you asking for today through that temper tantrum inner child? I'm pretty sure you already know the answer of what it is that you need. So if you're searching for love, find a way to love yourself more, and in that way show others how to do it. And then you become a magnet for the one who will do the same. And it happens like magic. I know that from personal experience. That's how I reunited with my high school sweetheart 19 years later. And here we are 5 years later, getting ready to embark on the biggest adventure of my life. I've never left Washington State before and lived anywhere else. And now I'm moving 3,200 miles away to Louisiana. Wish me luck, guys. And I hope you all join us over on Patreon, because for a $3 a month donation, you can travel with us, because I'll still be uploading there. And I'll try to still upload here too over our trip. But we'll just have to see how the internet goes. I love you all beyond measure, and I can't wait to see you tomorrow. Make sure you turn in at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time for our next Ask Your Favorite Scorpio, and there I will answer your questions. So make sure to put them in the chat boxes in capital letters so I know it's not just a comment. Be well, my friends. Know you are loved beyond measure by the universe, by me, but most of all, by your own higher self. Open your heart up to that acknowledgement that you are enough, just as you are, and there is nothing you have to do but be the love that you came to be. Bye, everybody. Be good. Be good to yourselves, but most of all, keep being good to each other. We're changing the world every day, but it starts with yours. Bye.